let's talk a little LSU recruiting as LSU takes on Vandy. There's a 5-star on campus. It's offensive lineman Solomon Thomas, who's committed to Florida State. Steve, let's bring in Steve Wiltfong. We're going to talk a little LSU recruiting. Now, maybe the most notable visitors are the ones on LSU's commit list that did not take visits this week. In the wake of the Bryce Underwood news, everything seemed like it was up for grabs, but we can report no DJ Pickett visit anywhere this week. No Derek Meadows, no Zion Williams or Cade Phillips. Neither of them showed up at Texas. So Shea Dixon put this out. I haven't completely fact checked it, but there are 0 LSU commitments on visits elsewhere this weekend. That's got to be a good sign if you're an LSU fan after what happened this week.
No question, particularly Cade Phillips, because there were reports even going into Friday that he would be back at Texas. So Corey Raymond, LSU, able to put that to bed. DJ Pickett and his family always go on vacation this week of the year, so they're on a family trip together. So he wasn't expected to visit anywhere this weekend.
All right. Well, Solomon Thomas. We want to talk Solomon Thomas because there's a good chance that he was going to end up in Gainesville this weekend. We know the Gators wanted to get him on campus. They had some momentum with him. He's committed to Florida State, but we knew LSU has been a threat. When we talk Solomon Thomas, we talk 3 teams, right? We talk Florida State, the program that he's committed to. We talk the Florida Gators and the LSU Tigers. So this weekend, he shows up in the Bayou. What do you make of it?
Well, he was at Florida last week, LSU this week. There are sources that believe that LSU is the biggest challenger to Florida State for Solomon Thomas. They look like a huge challenger to Florida State in the summer. I mean, that Solomon Thomas, he sent me a bunch of photos. And I didn't ask for him after his official visit to LSU. I mean, I thought he was close to flipping to the Tigers in June. So Coach Brad Davis, just Brian Kelly's history of offensive line, Coach Davis, the way he's developed those guys in Baton Rouge, just the feel he gets, the vibe around the program. LSU's always kind of been there pushing Florida State for him. I think we've had Solomon Thomas as a stick to Florida State. They've poured a lot into that recruitment, but we'll see, how those conversations go with LSU this weekend and if that changes the dynamic of this recruitment.
Yeah, and I mean, I know he didn't show up in Gainesville this weekend, but we're not counting out the Gators with 10 days to go, are we?
No, we're not. But most of the people I talk to say LSU is the biggest threat to FSU, but all that stuff can change on a dime. It's that time of year.
All right. Well, it's going to be a really intriguing week for LSU recruiting to see how they bounce back from the Bryce Underwood news of last week. LSU fans, how you feeling? Have you bounced back from the Bryce Underwood news of last week? We're all here. We're family. Let us know how you're feeling. Comment section below.